Fall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And a throw right sideline is complete. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo. 51, Mike, 51. Bring it. Bring it. Check the backer, check the backer. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Rock it, shoot.
Now a handoff working right. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". I'm coming.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm here all day. 59! That's 57. 57's run. 59!
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Double right.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Ready, 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he fires one incomplete. Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gotta learn. Shift, come on.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Set. 20. 52. Run it. Kill. Real right. 22. Lucky.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done, because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
50-50.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they've punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
5.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, come on. Get ready.
Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get off the field.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Vikings 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at their 48-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it. 59!
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Set. 180. Check 31. Monday.
Dances by him. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, watch the slant. Bravo. Watch Mike. Coming this way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
From 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And all about time. And now it's blocked. The Vikings have got it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botched PAT, they're set to kick this one away. So that one will be accepted. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as